Hi, everybody. My name is Kate Connolly. I am an intuitive teacher and healer um, who is talking about my own journey at the moment because I tend to find that with most things, I can follow my intuition with absolute ease. Relationships, career choices, moving interstate, whatever it looks like, I feel like most of the time I can sit in a state of intuitive balance and bliss. Lots and lots of small decisions. Every single decision I make in my life comes from my heart space, with the exception of my health. So there are so many different places in my life where I feel like I have had to make a fear-based choice because I haven't known differently. But I'm here to kind of rebalance that within myself and try and share it a little bit, because that's not really true. There are many different themes that can pull us out of our trust and into our fear. And this is where we separate from our intuition and go into a place of fear and programming, is this state of not necessarily trusting our bodies and trusting the direction of our life. And there are three main areas in which we do that. One is money, one is relationships, and one is health. And for me, I have at times tried to follow my intuition with health, but because I've got this really long-standing chronic illness that I've had since I was a child, which got really bad in my late teens, and as an adult, it's been terrible. This eczema, this dermatitis, this digestive imbalance, the liver burden, has been sitting with me for so long that I've lost faith in my ability to sort it out myself. And I think that's a really common experience for people who've had any kind of chronic illness. And the reason I am saying this on social media is essentially because I think it doesn't really matter that I don't have the answers. I can still follow my intuition with the choices that I make in trusting other people to help me. And when you're following any kind of health issue, I think it's super, super important to trust your intuition on things. Does this feel like you're in the right place? Does this information really resonate with you on a cellular level? Is the practitioner that you're entrusting yourself to going to get you where you need to go? These are the kind of questions you need to ask yourself. Do I feel safe? Do I trust the process? And if the answer is no, then you might need to consider whether this is the right place for you. I help hundreds of people with their own health stuff, and I know that they feel that about me. And now it's my job to find that within myself and with other people as well. So I remember when I started seeing my Chinese herbalist again this year, and the most important and most profound thing that came from that was an absolute feeling of, oh my goodness, I am actually finally in the right place. And that wasn't because she was nurturing and kind. It was actually a very traumatic visit for me, like really traumatic. And the herbs were exceptionally expensive. But I had an incredibly benevolent benefactor help me out with paying for the herbs, because at the time it was a little bit tricky for us. And, you know, the herbs are not normal herb prices. They're about 8 times normal herb prices. And what I found was, as I was leaving that appointment, I had this absolute sense of ease in my body. I had this finally, oh my goodness, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm finally headed in the right direction. I know that I'm going to do this right. And it wasn't from a lack of trying before that. I'd tried lots of other pieces of advice. I was doing clay bathing and saunas and fasting and juices and heavy metal detox smoothie, Anthony Williams, which is really great, by the way, celery juicing, which is really great for cleansing out the liver. There are so many things that I was doing, but not consistently enough. And I certainly wasn't feeling like I was really getting anywhere with it. I was taking a high level broccoli extract, which is supposed to create a huge amount of anti-inflammatory processes in the body, but for me it simply wasn't doing that. I was just staying in an inflamed place for months on end, and it didn't really matter what I did at that point. It wasn't shifting. So I have decided at this point to dive into this Chinese herbal process and see what happens. I'm also working with the Anthony Williams stuff, and I'll speak a little bit more about what that is. But essentially, I'm doing celery juicing and his heavy metal detox smoothie, as well as taking the Chinese herbs. And sometimes the universe brings people in to help you as well. So I met a woman the other day, and we were walking together, and she told me that she'd had very chronic eczema. She was a TCM practitioner, a Chinese medicine practitioner herself. And she had had chronic eczema her whole life. And she used a combination of Anthony Williams, and Chinese herbs. And she completely cleared her eczema about 7 years ago. And for me, that was ding, 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 confirmation from the universe that actually I am headed in the right direction. And I feel really positive about that. And I have to really work hard through all of the exacerbations that come through my system every 6 weeks or so, that I'm still headed in the right direction. And it may take some time, but I will get there. So always remember to listen to that place of ease, listen to messages from other people that really resonate with you from a place of, oh my goodness, that feels completely right. And then you'll know you're headed in the right direction. If you want to keep following me, just please place some comments in there, or just click on follow, and I will share my journey with you.